Good afternoon, everybody. This is Marcellus Green, and this is Music Talk. And today, I have the special privilege of having a guest. This is my first guest. His name is Alvin Holmes. He's a guitar player. He's been playing for many years now, which we'll get off into later on. And today's topic is going to be last show we talked about. I gave you some of my tricks and secrets on how I record and the way I do things when I record. Today, we're going to be talking about music influences. Who influenced me and who influenced Elvin, known as Sonny? Who influenced us and where do we get our styles from? That's today's topic. So again, say hi to the crowd, Sonny.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
All right. So we're gonna start off by talking about music influences. Now, there's no secret. People that know me, they know I love me some George Duke. I got to hang out with George before he died. I got to hug him, and he hugged my woman, and then he asked me, he said, "Little man, what you doing with her?" And I was just cracking up. So I thought that was so funny. But George is my idol. That's my idol. Sonny, who was one of your first major influences? Who made you want to play guitar?
Well, I kind of like Chuck Berry at first, and then there have been various artists that I've grown to like over the years. But Chuck Berry kind of like started my interest in guitars.
Okay, well, and everybody know who Chuck Berry is. If you don't, where you been? You must have been sleeping for the last 70, 80 years. So we all know Chuck. He's from St. Louis. He is one of the proud founders of rock and roll. He never got the credit he deserved, just like Little Richard. But we all know who Chuck is. Again, and I used to like, let me see. Now, Stanley, I like Stanley. I love me some George. Stanley and George went hand in hand together. I used to love I Want to Play For You. That's a nice live album. I learned a lot of tricks from that album. Solos, some of those crazy solos I do. They were like, we used to call, my friend that taught me how to play, Edward Young, we used to call them kind of solos like in the cornfield solos, crazy like solos. You'd be like, what in the hell is that coming from? But I'm going to tell you another artist who really influenced me, and that was Chick Corea. Chick Corea used to just do solos. He'll just do stuff. It just come in, you don't know where it's coming in at. Check out the Samba LA album. Listen to some of that stuff he used to do. Some of them solos just came from anywhere. And I know another artist Sonny used to like. Now, he didn't say, but he used to love him some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right, absolutely.
See, you get to know your friends when you spend time with them. But yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Now, I'm going to tell you, one of the names that's supposed to be on my list, it's on my list at home, but I forgot to tell you, we're broadcasting in Sonny's studio. This is called the Studio in the Basement. This is Sonny's studio. But one of my influences was a guy called Roland Bautista. He was a guitar player for Earth, Wind, and Fire way back in the day. Hispanic cat. He is one of the fastest guitar as far as runs going and some of the best chords. He's like, to me, in the top 5 of all guitar players. Matter of fact, Roland up Earth, Wind, and Fire at one point in time and came out with a solo album, which I have. But he is an extremely, extremely good guitar player. So that's one thing we have in common. And sometimes people ask me where I get that little funk from. Because I like funk. I like playing funk as well as spiritual music. But you got to remember, my other artist in my top 5 of all time is Bootsy.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot, now this is just me personally, I cannot talk about music in the era I grew up in if I don't talk about Bootsy. To me, Bootsy was, he had the best timing of all. Now, Barkays, I don't know if you all know, but I'm 58 years old. Barkays drummer back in the day, if you remember the Barkays, he was known as the best drummer in the business because he was known to have the best timing. And if you know what timing is, go back and listen to some of them old Barkay songs like Do What You Want To, Let's Have Some Fun, all them old songs. he was considered to have the best timing, period. And Bootsy had good timing. But what people don't know about Bootsy is Bootsy played just about every instrument. And boy, let's not get on that bass guitar. But Bootsy was one of my admirers. I used to like that funk. I used to like what's the telephone bill? I'd rather be with you. He had that Voltron on his bass. Yeah. So let's talk about you got anybody else you like, Sonny, that you used to listen to? Or
Well, I'm kind of like getting into like a lot of jazz artists.
Okay.
And various guys. It just depends.
Okay. All right. So Sonny's more of a freelancing musician. He likes anything that sounds extraordinary. He likes anything that sounds good, and as well as myself. But back in the day, I remember everybody back in the 70s, 60s and 70s. They were all good musicians. Like today, these musicians are not really playing instruments, and it's so sad. And it's not sad. It's just that a lot of our musicians, a lot of our artists are missing out because they may write, they may rap, they may sing. That goes male and females, but they do not play instruments. And even if they're doing original music, it's not theirs.
Yeah.
It's someone like me, the producer, or the arranger, the composer, which I am. We're the ones writing those songs. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm writing hits and stuff like that. I'm not writing for Beyonce or nothing like that. But I'm saying I am an artist and I write. I am a writer. That's my claim to fame. And most of these artists these days, they're using like Fruity Loops. They're using the machine, drum machines. Machine is all programmed. You can program them and things of that nature. You don't even have to know how to play. Fruity Loops, you just put a dot on the timeline and you sync it up. And that's how you write on Fruity Loops. And you can record live on Fruity Loops now, but people are not playing instruments. Now, we're talking about musicians that influenced us maybe in the 60s, 70s, but my all-time influence, which came down the line, that's why I didn't mention him, is Prince. Now, I am an avid Prince fan. People that know me know that. You can't say nothing wrong about Prince to me. And another thing, this man called Prince, it just broke my heart when he died. I still can't believe he's dead. But it's okay now. But he played just about every instrument.
Yeah.
Yep. And I remember I had an interview with Jimmy Jam talking about Prince. They all used to walk the same grounds back in Minneapolis. And they went to the same high school or they visited each other's high school. I remember Jimmy Jam was saying, when Prince played your instrument, you didn't want to get back on it again. Now, people don't know it, but Jimmy Jam didn't start off as a keyboard player. That's what's so crazy. He started out as a drummer.
Okay.
So one day at band rehearsal at his high school, Jimmy got up, he had to go use the bathroom. Well, Prince just happened to be visiting their high school at the time. And he got on Jimmy's drums, because he's a cold drummer. And Jimmy couldn't get up right away because he was just in the bathroom. Now, these are not my words, these are Jimmy's words. And you can look this interview up. And Jimmy said he heard somebody playing his drums, and he was like, who is this cat on them drums? So when he leaves the bathroom, comes back out in the gym, it was Prince.
Oh.
He never played drums again.
Oh, that stopped it.
That stopped it.
Oh.
He became a keyboard player.
Okay.
So that tells you something right there. But Prince was awesome. Matter of fact, you have artists that do these shows on YouTube, right? What they do, they critique artists. So every time I see an artist that critique Prince, I'm like, did you do anything? Or they'll talk about, how they'll pick out one thing, and people are like that. We call those haters. Haters hate to congratulate.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Well put.
Right. They don't want to congratulate, they want to put you down. But let's keep this real. Prince was not just a good musician. Everything he played instrument-wise, he played it well. Now, if you don't think I know what I'm talking about, go back to, look at that Rage 2000 concert. And if you don't have it, I'm not going to say download it, but find it. and let me just get an idea. Larry Graham was playing the bass at that time for Prince.
Okay.
You know, he had all the best artists working with him now. If Larry Graham decides he want to play with you, and Maceo Parker, you doing something right.
Yeah.
So they had this funk off on that show, and Prince was having a slap funk off with Larry. Prince was on one bass, Larry was on one bass, and what's so crazy is Prince was kicking ass. Excuse my language. But if you have time, go out there on YouTube. They started putting back videos out there on Prince because Prince sued everybody before he died, and they yanked all of his videos off of YouTube. Since he's died, people have started uploading again. Oh God, but we're gonna get off of that. Enough about Prince. So now, I try not to do over 11 minutes with my podcast. So we're gonna talk about one more thing. Sonny, where are you trying to go with your music? What are you looking forward to with music?
Well, I'm just trying to get self-gratification. I'm trying to get better and better. And just mainly just doing the things that I hear that I like. Sometimes I create things, and sometimes I hear some from other artists, like Eric Clapton, for instance. He can come up with some licks that's awesome. So I just try to just kind of go within different artists. I listen to different artists and get ideas from them.
Sounds good. Now, for all you all who don't know, Sonny can play the hell of a guitar. And you will be hearing Sonny soon because I'm going to be producing Sonny. I don't know if I'm going to do a whole album or not, but I will be producing them. It's coming soon to a neighborhood in a town near you. You will be hearing Elvin Holmes. Look for Sonny. It's going to be like some up-tempo stuff. It's going to be some smooth jazz stuff. It's going to be something that's going to make you say, I like that. And with that, I'm going to end this podcast. Thank you, and I appreciate you, and thank you for listening. And hopefully, I'll see you soon, or you'll get to see me soon. Again, my name is Marcellus Green. My website is www.detailsolutionscomputers.com. We're your one-stop computer and audio shop. We do video production, audio production, build and design computers for studios, video production studios, and everything else. Feel free to give us a call at 618-709-6763. And I'm out.
Thank you.